Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the post credits. I'm Adelia here with Suge, Greg, and our buddy Brodney from Lunch Break Hot Take, and we're here to talk about San Diego Comic Con. Not a ton of stuff to talk about, I found, but we're going to talk about it anyways. How's everybody doing today?
Doing good, doing good. It's Sunday, Monday tomorrow. Don't want to work. So me and Brody decided no work Mondays is back.
All right.
And no work Fridays. So everybody takes a day off.
There we go.
Yeah, lots of. We have stuff to talk about, but I think Comic Con was more about the big announcements and the discussion around Comic Con more than the actual things they showed and everything like that. So it's gonna be interesting.
All right. Well, let's start with the Marvel stuff because it's arguably the biggest stuff they announced at all of Comic-Con. Marvel panel started off with Kevin Feige announcing that we have a Ghost Rider movie coming with Ryan Gosling playing Ghost Rider.
I don't like Ryan Gosling?
No.
Wow.
Well, he's apparently wanted this role for a very long time, or at least been telling Josh Horowitz that he wanted this role for a very long time, because the way they announced this was throwing to Josh Horowitz in the crowd and him asking Kevin Feige, have you cast Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider yet? Reminding him of all the times he's asked him if he's going to cast Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider. This was all Ryan's idea, according to Josh Horowitz. And then the lights going out and revealing that Ghost Rider is coming, and it's Ryan Gosling. Directed by Sean Levy, who directed Deadpool and Wolverine in the MCU and a bunch of other stuff, including Star Wars Starfighter, which Kevin Feige said he saw and is fantastic, even though it doesn't come out for almost a year. So that was that. It's a 2028 release date. They didn't give a specific release date. A lot of speculation out there that they didn't give a specific release date for this because they're trying to find out if they have to push Secret Wars or not, which I really hope they don't, but they haven't even started shooting it yet, apparently, so they might have to.
It's a real secret.
Yeah. So that was the first announcement. And then they showed a trailer for the Endgame Encore that's coming to theaters in September with new footage tied to Doomsday. I'm getting ahead of myself. What did you guys think of the Ghost Rider stuff, first off?
Special guest first, Brodney.
I've never been a real big fan of Ghost Rider. Like, it's just not, a character was never really my thing. But I'm a fan of Ryan Gosling, so I'm excited. But yeah, Ghost Rider's not my. I've never enjoyed Ghost Rider.
So we'll go mix review.
Yeah.
Big Suge.
I grew up during the original Ghost Rider with Nicolas Cage. We were all excited. The story of that movie was right on of what Ghost Rider was, but it was real goofy. So we were like, and it was like, man, it would be dope to get Ghost Rider in this MCU. And now we're gonna get it. Ryan Gosling, I'm okay with it. I mean, we heard, I remember when they cast Star-Lord, they cast this, Chris Evans as Captain America. People were unhappy with it, and it turned out great. So I'll give it a chance. I am a big Ghost Rider fan. There's an old Fantastic Four cartoon where Ghost Rider shows up and just one shots Galactus, takes him out with the penitent stare, and it's great. So I hope he does the actual correct penitent stare that they didn't get right with Nicolas Cage. Kind of dope to see the flaming motorcycle again. Like I'm excited, but we'll see. Like we've talked about before, MCU's not been on the greatest of runs, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Greg, what about you?
Okay, before I get beat up by these guys, I'm I'm not anti Ryan Gosling. I'm okay with them. Remember the Titans, The Notebook. Okay, like I can get on board with them. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I feel like cheating on Nick Cage is kind of tough for me. Like it's a sensitive spot. I don't like the. I really love Nick Cage, so I'm not gonna. It's tough to see him replaced. But I'm all in Ghost Rider. I'm all in comic books. Give me as much as I can get. Just make him right, as you know, as a fan can be proud of him, and I'm all on board. It's not that easy to please me when it comes to comics because I'm a big comic head guy. I love it since I was a kid, so I'm all on board. Ghost Rider. Hopefully, it's a good story. It was funny to see his wife being in the original, right?
Yeah.
I saw that meme of
Yeah.
like his wife, and then now he's. I was like, oh, okay, that's a cute little like connection between everybody. But yeah, man, let's get it going. I'm good with the flaming skull, leather jacket, bike wearing son of a gun. Let's get him.
I did see somebody theorizing, and it's just a theory, that since Marvel's been so into bringing back the legacy actors that played these roles before, that they bring back Nick Cage as like
Oh, God.
Johnny Blaze to mentor the new Ghost Rider. I forget the name of the other Ghost Rider. It's not Robbie Reyes, who's the one that has the car that was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but there's another Ghost Rider that could be who Ryan Gosling's playing. And with like a mentorship role from Nick Cage's Johnny Blaze. I thought that could be potentially interesting. I just hope it doesn't fall into the same tropes as the Marvel origin story movie. Because like every version of the Marvel origin story movie feels like it's a version of Iron Man. And I just hope they don't go that route with it. I don't know too much about Ghost Rider. I never watched the Nick Cage movies. The only Ghost Rider I've ever seen is the Robbie Reyes one that Gabriel Luna played in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Fun character, but I don't know too much about it. Ferris in the chat saying, Ghost Rider, really? And I love Ryan Gosling. Yeah, this is apparently something Ryan Gosling has been petitioning for a while. So,
So Danny Ketch, Ketch, is the long lost brother of Johnny Blaze, who
There you
takes who was introduced in the '90s. He becomes the second major Ghost Rider after touching a mysterious motorcycle cap, recognized by his spiked leather jacket and chain. So that might be him, who we're seeing.
yeah, it's just a theory that I saw somebody saying because, you know, they're bringing back like all these characters for Doomsday that have played the roles before, and who knows what Secret Wars is going to look like because they have like 43, I think it is, realms in Battle World to fill out with different versions of these characters. So we'll see.
Like, if he's as passionate as Ryan Reynolds is with the Deadpool, you know, I'm all, you know, it can come out really good, right? It can be.
Oh, we will talk about Ryan Reynolds in a moment.
Oh, look at that alley oop, son. Kobe to
Yeah, we'll
Shaq.
talk about Ryan Reynolds in a moment. So the Endgame Encore is what they're calling the Endgame re-release. That's coming out on September 25th. It's going to have exclusive new footage of apparently they showed a trailer in Hall H. It hasn't been released publicly yet, of Steve putting the stones back, which I think could be very interesting because I've always wondered, how do you put some of those stones back? Well, especially like the ether into Jane Foster. How does that go?
Maybe he better get consent. I want to see when he sees Red Skull.
Oh yeah.
When he sees Red Skull putting the Soul Stone back,
Like-
how do you return the Soul Stone? Like, I have lots of questions, but hearing that in the stuff yesterday also made me like go down this rabbit hole of how did they end up with the ether as a stone when they put it in the gauntlet? If Rocket extracted the sludge, as Thor described it, from Jane Foster, and how did Thanos ever turn it into a stone in the first place? I have so many questions. This is what happens when I don't sleep.
Liquid
The reality store in the original, in the Infinity War, he gets it from the Collector because they
Right.
gave it to Collector.
But it's still just the sludge, as Thor calls it, in the container.
Well,
they give to the
remember
Collector.
the Tesseract was the Space Stone,
Housing,
And it-
yeah.
and then he crushes it, and then the stone's in there. So the stone must be in the sludge somewhere where you have to do
Something like that. I don't know.
Or
It,
you
like
just put it in the
literally,
freezer, like water, and make it a little.
Literally, I spent way too long like wondering this last night because I couldn't sleep. But that's coming out on September 25th. I am jealous because it wouldn't come anywhere near here anyways, and I won't be able to go see it, even if it did. So hopefully people put what that footage is online because I'm very curious about it. Not the footage itself, but like a description of it. And then they went straight into the Avengers Doomsday stuff, which I think had everybody thinking they were going to end on some really big announcement, which they ended on a very big announcement, but not the stuff that I think a lot of people thought was going to happen, which was the X-Men cast. We got nothing about the X-Men except for the X-Men that are in Doomsday at Comic-Con. Haley Atwell was there, which I think is the first time we ever had it confirmed that Peggy Carter is in the movie, even though I think everybody figured Peggy had to be in the movie because Steve is. They showed a new trailer, and that leads me to this question. Because they dropped the Doomsday trailer on Monday, does that like deflate like the energy of the panel a little bit? Because we're not going to see this trailer, apparently, that they showed in Hall H, unless you watched one of the very few leaked versions that got out.
I think just one. I think one just popped up right now on my feed, and it's clear as day. If it's an actual, but it was tweeted by I think a Marvel Twitter account. So I'll have to check it. But I was just watching something literally 2 seconds ago, where like Reed Richards is talking about the incursions and everything like that, and it wasn't a like phone version or anything like that. It was so they might have released it already.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I'm gonna double check that while we're talking about it. But they had a lot of the cast there. They had them on 3 different stages. So they had them on the front stage in front of everyone, and then they had 2 stages at the back. One with the Avengers logo and one with the X-Men logo. With a mixture of X-Men and Avengers and Fantastic Four and people there. It sounds very interesting. While they were doing this segment, they came back from the stages in the back to the front, and they passed a Deadpool in the audience that was dressed in like a Deadpool outfit, but it was like gray denim. And people were like, oh, there's a fan in the audience. And then they gave him a mic and it was Ryan Reynolds. And apparently he had been walking around Comic-Con all day dressed as Deadpool. People were taking pictures with him. Oh man, that's a really cool Deadpool, costume you made and all this stuff. He said nothing that gave it away that it was him. There's pictures all over Twitter of people with him. And it was him all day. He posted a picture of himself in the costume, because a lot of people thought, oh, there's no way that's Ryan Reynolds. He just recorded his voice because you can't see his mouth move because of the mask and all this. No, it was him. He hashtagged it Gene Pool, and he spelled Gene like a pair of jeans, which a lot of people are also thinking might be a nod to Sadie Sink's character in Brand New Day. He asked Paul Rudd specifically, where was Thor? Because Chris Hemsworth wasn't there. And why was he crying? And Paul Rudd answered, because he's a Wrexham fan. Which was very funny, because Wrexham did just lose a very big match the other day. And then he said it was a very expensive way to announce a film. And he wondered when Doomsday was going to start filming. And they were like, it's filmed. And so he was like, there's no like additional photography or anything like that. So I think what they're hinting at is that Ryan Reynolds is in this movie, but they didn't officially announce that Deadpool's in this movie. He's either in this movie or Secret Wars. Yeah, he's either in this movie or Secret Wars.
The leaks that have happened have him in the movie. I want to go back though. If you guys remember that story that came out that there was somebody big in the Avengers Doomsday had gotten into it with another big actor, and there was like conflict and like all this. Like, do we ever find out who it was?
Yeah, no.
Gossip hour. Let's go.
Yeah, that was a big thing that they had to switch filming because these two whoever they were could not be in the same room with each other. They couldn't do the scenes together because there was a power trip. A lot of people thought it was Ryan Reynolds and Pedro Pascal. A lot of people thought it was maybe RDJ and Ryan Reynolds. The Ryan Reynolds name got thrown around a lot because they were like, obviously it's him, and the whole thing with his wife right now and that whole situation. So a lot of people were saying it was Ryan Reynolds. So I'm wondering, was that just not true, or what exactly happened? But I don't know. Bronny, you remember that?
No, I didn't. I don't really follow that kind of news.
Oh, you're on the T, Rodney? You're not on the T apps?
No.
He doesn't like drama like I do.
It does not. Yeah, I tell Suge all the time. He's got to uninstall all those apps because he goes down every rabbit hole imaginable. But I don't get into that. I'm a big fan of Ryan Reynolds. I don't know why, but he would assume that it's him. He seems pretty jovial. I don't know. If I had to guess, I would say it was Robert Downey Jr. and somebody, but who knows? Who knows? I am, however, very, very, very excited for Doomsday. Suge is going to need to send me that trailer that he just saw, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I'll look on Twitter.
Good, allegedly. I like the way.
I'm still looking up whether it got released or not.
I literally saw something right when Adelia was telling me.
But we know Suge's a liar because Suge told us that the X-Men cast was getting revealed this week. And
Suge.
Well, a lot of people thought the X-Men cast was getting revealed this week.
That's exactly what you said, Suge.
That's cold tea right there.
Yeah, there's no trailer on the Marvel YouTube page. So
wow, strike two.
Damn, Suge.
Oh, I'll look for it right now.
Yeah, but so they showed the Doomsday trailer. It's narrated by Sue Storm. It at one point has Doom reanimating Sentinels, turning them into like Doom bots. So it apparently sounds really cool. I haven't seen this leaked trailer either. They've been taking it down, I know, a lot, because I saw a lot of like this copyright claimed tweets when I was scrolling looking for news. But it's apparently a much darker trailer, like tone wise, than the one we got on Monday, which I thought was already pretty dark tone wise. So interesting there. But a lot of it focused on the Team Fantastic Four's history with Doom. And for anybody who was thinking that wasn't Robert Downey Jr.'s voice as Doom in the trailer, he spoke in the accent on the mic at Comic-Con. It sounded really good live. So, because there's a bunch of people that filmed the panel, but not the footage, and put it up. So you can watch that. I can send links if anybody needs it. But they spent a little bit of time on Doomsday. Then Joe and Anthony Russo said they had to get back to working on the movie. They said absolutely nothing about Secret Wars. And they all acted like the panel was over. And then Kevin Feige said he had one more thing to talk about. And Ryan Coogler came out and brought out Letitia Wright and Winston Duke, who were there. And we just seen as part of the Doomsday panel, and announced David Johnson as playing T'Challa's son, T'Challa Jr., in Black Panther 3, which is coming out December 18th, 2028. And that was about it.
Yeah,
and the panel was over.
The reaction to this has been very mixed, and I want to get, obviously, everybody's thoughts on this, especially Brodney's, because Brodney has been very vocal. No, not because I'm racist. First off, I can only give a quarter of my thoughts on this. No, because you have always talked about how you thought they should recast him. Now we recast him, technically, and people are losing their minds.
Oh, no. Well, I didn't want them to recast T'Challa. This is kind of the route that I wanted to go, make a new character. I didn't want them to
exactly.
Chadwick Boseman. This guy, David Johnson, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but I've only ever seen him in one thing. which is The Long Walk, which I watched the other day. When I thought he was pretty good in that. But
He's also an Alien Romulus.
Yeah, I'm looking at his IMDb now. I have not seen any of this except for The Long Walk. But I thought he was pretty good in that. Obviously it doesn't necessarily translate to a Black Panther role directly, but
Yeah.
I think that they're just in a really tough spot with what happened. With Chadwick passing away, and them kind of having to adjust that entire storyline. But Ryan Coogler has been a fantastic director throughout his career. I mean, I don't think he's missed yet. So I think that they've probably got it well in hand. What?
What Suge? What is that? Scoff.
What?
There's been some bad movies he's done.
Which ones?
Creed's horrible.
Oh my god.
Creed's one of my favorite movies. I'm lying to myself.
Like, if you can make Michael B. Jordan look like he can act, man, you
And then true. Okay, but what is everybody's? I was going to ask you, Adelia, what's your thoughts on them replacing Shuri now?
Apparently the thing was that Shuri was never supposed to stay Black Panther. I'm more curious about like how T'Challa's son between now and this movie becomes a 32-year-old man, because David Johnson is 32 years old.
Well, but he don't have to play 32.
I know, but he...
A little Hollywood magic.
A little Hollywood magic. I think it says something about Doomsday, though. I think it says something about Doomsday, though. I think that we've had theories going around for months since the teasers at the end of the year last year that, like, Doom's going to do something with the kids, like Thor's daughter Love.
Whoa.
That's not.
Thor's daughter Love and Steve's son and Franklin
And
Richards
that's it, ladies and gentlemen.
and
Have
all
a
of
nice
that.
show. We'll catch y'all later.
Oh my god. But there's a thought that maybe T'Challa Jr. Is taken to Battleworld and grows up there before the rest of them get there, which explains why he can be a grown man in this movie still with Letitia Wright and M'Baku, who won't be that much older than they are now in the movie.
Yeah.
So...
I mean, we're probably going to get a time jump. It depends, but I don't think he's going to be in Doomsday. So Secret War might be where he shows up at, which would make sense. There might be a time jump. Who knows? I mean, like Bronny said, we got to move on with Black Panther, because I think it's one of the best franchises. You have Ryan Coogler taking, like, even with what he did with Wakanda Forever, like, that's a movie that really shouldn't work. Your leading man dies, and you're like that. That movie should not succeed the way it did, but it was good. Like, had the fact that Chadwick not passed away, and we would have still got the like Black Panther Namor storyline, like it would have been. I think it would have been even better. But even with what we got, it was great. And it really pulled you in because of the real life situation with Chadwick. I'm cool with them and a lot of people are upset. The reason I asked was because people are online upset that Shuri didn't get a chance. But if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, when we knew Shuri was going to be the Black Panther, everybody complained. Yeah. Not one person was happy about it. And now all of a sudden we have everyone going, well, Shuri never got a chance. So come on, man. Like, this is why I hate fandom sometimes. Like, you complain that this person was given to be Black Panther, and now you're crying. Now you're crying that they're taken away, and they're gonna recast Black Panther, which you guys wanted. Like, that's all I heard, and now we're upset. Like, come on, man. Like, we have to do something.
Welcome to the internet.
There's not anything else to do between today and when I get to see the movie, so people just get online and argue about it, and they find things to be upset about it, because you're not, well, I mean, you could, but you're not, most people are not going to hop online and be like, man, this is going to be great, gonna love it for a year and a half until the movie comes out. So and I don't know what you're talking about anyway, so you love that stuff.
I do. I love engaging with it, but it's just, it's like if you didn't watch the movies or like you don't even know what's going on, like why do you make comments? I got into it today with somebody on Twitter who was like, why did they bring back the original Cyclops? He died, and it's so dumb to bring it back. It makes that death doesn't even make sense. Did you watch Days of Future Past? He came back in that.
You read comic.
Momo, like you Momo.
Yeah.
That I think you just answered your question of why people do that, because you responded to him.
Yeah.
Damn it! Take my phone away.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is David Johnson on the right, and a lot of people are pointing out that he really does look like the child of Lupita Nyong'o and Chadwick Boseman.
A little bit.
So I think it's pretty good
looking
casting.
Good for 32. So
Yeah.
leave
He looks
him alone,
young.
Adelia. Like,
Yeah.
No,
He's gonna do
that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
he'll be all right.
I'm very sleep deprived. I'm sorry.
It's a classic
Yeah.
Hollywood thing. Cast somebody
Yeah.
in their 30s and play 18, 19.
I mean, that's very true. But
Tom
still,
Holland.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, Tom Holland, yeah. They had John Bernthal there, the only person there from Spider-Man: Brand New Day. He introduced a clip that they showed in Hall H that was apparently Punisher and Spider-Man fighting Hulk. And the thing that was noted about that is that it's Professor Hulk that they were fighting. So like Bruce Banner as Smart Hulk, as he was in Endgame, fighting Peter Parker and Punisher, and that at the end you hear Sadie Sink's voice responding as Hulk, which means she's probably mind controlling him at the time. So that was the clip, and that was all they did. John Bernthal just basically strolled out onto stage and asked Kevin Feige, like, did you bring anything for the movie coming out on Friday? And Kevin was like, no, everybody's bought their tickets. I didn't bring anything. And he was like, well, I brought something. Can I show it? And he showed the clip. They announced...
Real cute, guys. Real cute.
Yeah. They announced Vision Quest, which is the third series closing out the WandaVision trilogy of series, is coming out on October 14th. But they didn't say anything else about it. And I think that we're probably getting a lot more of the Disney Plus stuff and maybe the X-Men cast at D23, which is just a couple weeks away. It's like 2 weeks after Brand New Day comes out. So if they have an X-Men cast, that's where I think they probably do it, especially if Sadie Sink is Jean Grey. Because they don't want to spoil that before Brand New Day.
Yeah, that would make sense. But it's gonna be interesting to see. I got my tickets for Spider-Man. It's gonna be interesting to see who she is.
Okay, big flex. Okay, get it.
Heck yeah, you know.
Okay, we get it. We get it. You're cool. That's cool.
Yeah. But I don't get to see it in XL movie theater because it was bad. I know. I have to go see it the regular way.
Yeah.
So sad.
I only have the regular way to see it. So
That's because you.
there's no IMAX theaters anywhere near me.
Oh, really? That sucks. Good lord.
Yeah, you have to drive like 2.5 hours to get to an IMAX theater from here.
Ooh.
Speaking of things that you have to drive a lot, or driving through Nebraska a lot, will be the Lanterns crew, because for some reason DC's show Lanterns is set in Nebraska.
Oh, okay. There we go.
That's the most random thing I learned at Comic-Con this weekend. They've set it in Nebraska.
Not a whole lot.
I don't know. I don't know anybody that lives in Nebraska. So
Right.
Is Eric Crouch
You know
live-
me.
lives in Nebraska? Where's Eric Crouch at?
I don't know where Eric Crouch lives.
Oh, okay.
So that was DC's only appearance there with anything. It's got
Are we
Aaron
excited
Pierre
about
as Jon
Legends?
Stewart.
are you excited
Ferris
about
watched the trailer. I haven't watched it yet because you and I are going to do a trailer reaction for it. But it's got Aaron Pierre as
Spoilers.
Jon Stewart and Kyle Chandler as Hal Jordan investigating a murder in rural Nebraska. They're calling it a grounded detective noir tone rather than a galaxy-spanning spectacle. They apparently showed 7 scenes during the Lanterns panel. And the new trailer shows manhunters and a tense dynamic between the two leads investigating the case. There's a couple of casting reveals, and Nathan Fillion came to the panel. He played, of course, Guy Gardner in the last Superman movie, and they think he's going to be in Lanterns as well, but it wasn't confirmed. And yeah, it's in Nebraska. Why is it in Nebraska? That's my main question. There's nothing here.
They got to give Nebraska.
That's probably
some love.
why it's in
There's
Nebraska.
There's a lot of crime going on
here.
apparently. A lot of crime currently.
Yeah.
Do you guys know who the Manhunters are?
Martian Manhunter?
No, I don't. I don't know anything about DC
No,
Comics.
nobody knows what okay. So the Manhunters were basically the police force that the Guardians made Green Lanterns before the Green Lanterns. They made Manhunters to do what the Green Lanterns were supposed to do, but they rebelled because I think they're AI, and they became sentient and were like, okay, same thing as every AI. Hey, to make the universe better, we got to destroy everybody and cleanse it. So the Guardians got rid of them. And they thought they got rid of them, and then they come back, and the Green Lanterns have to deal with them now. So that is very cool because Manhunters is a big lore in the Green Lantern lore. So I'm excited about that. Will we get mention of Kyle Rayner? Obviously, you said Nathan Fillion, who is Guy Gardner. You have Hal Jordan, John Stewart. There's a bunch of other Green Lanterns. They did show Sinestro.
Oh, Sinestro.
One of the best villains out there. He just basically uses the color yellow to fight his
fear
counterpart. Yeah, so it's great. I'm excited. A lot of people were complaining when this first came out, the first trailer, and now people are kind of getting on board with it. Premieres August 16th on HBO Max, so I will be watching it just to kind of see where to go with it. This will be our first time getting a live action John Stewart. If you watch Justice League Unlimited or Justice League the original, we got John Stewart. There's actually a cool moment in where they go through like a time thing, and Hal Jordan replaces John Stewart for like the episode, which was cool because we hadn't seen Hal Jordan ever, and just as we only knew about John Stewart as far as the cartoon was concerned. So it's cool to see that we're going to get both of them live action, and not remember Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern, which was straight boo boo. Ryan Reynolds has done a lot of boo boo stuff and then great stuff, hasn't he? Like, it's just up and down with him.
So this is set in the town of Rushville, Nebraska, which is a real place, and as of 2020 had a population of 877.
Ooh. So it's gonna be real chill.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like if there's 827 people there, you probably already know who killed whoever it was.
Yeah.
I would think so.
Not much of a mystery. Not much of a mystery going on.
First 48 in Nebraska. Let's get it.
People were describing it as True Detective with Green Lanterns.
That's not a good way to describe it. I mean, if you want people to watch, I'm not like, nah.
You don't like True Detective? I've never watched it.
I like the first season of True Detective. True Detective is dead to me because of Colin Farrell.
Ooh, okay.
You're not a Colin Farrell fan?
I hate Colin Farrell, and he was on it, and I was like, you know what? I love the first season of True Detective, so I'm going to give it a chance, even though it's all Colin Farrell. And then in like the second episode, like one of the villains shoots him point blank in the chest with a shotgun, and I was like, hell yeah, killed Colin Farrell. And then the next episode, he's up running down the street sprinting after the dude because it was a beanbag gun, and I was like, I'm done. I'm done. Never.
It's like the lightsabers,
That makes sense.
Absolutely.
That makes sense.
Just eating Jello. No. Can't do it.
So use Rubeless, not beanbags.
When Colin Farrell's involved, yeah. Like, what do you mean? Like, but also, like the Green Lanterns. This is the thing. You guys know. I've told you before that I'm just not a fan of DC characters at all.
Yes.
Green
Neither
Lantern having one of the weakness be the color yellow is just the absolute worst. What? Like I can't get on board with
Roy G. Biv?
One of them weakness is wood. I'm like, so you just put on a hoodie and go into a forest and you win, and it's the dumbest thing in the world to me. And Kyle Chandler is a good actor. I like Kyle Chandler a lot. He's very likable, but I just don't really see him as a superhero type. Like kind of the same with Nathan Fillion, but he was he was a joke in Spider-Man or Superman. So it worked there, but I don't know. It's not sounding appealing.
Yeah, Ferris was trying to explain Green Lanterns to me because I've never watched anything with Green Lanterns in it before. And he said that his one of his favorite ones is that his character's power is his imagination. And I said, oh, so that's just a total cop out from whoever created that character. Like, you can't think of a good power for him? Oh, it's his imagination. He can think and do anything that he wants. And I was just like, that just
That's
means
how you explain. Wait,
Yeah,
that's how you.
That's how we
That's
got
how you
hype as
explain.
kids.
Wait. That's how you explain Green Lanterns to you?
That's one of the things he said to me, yes.
God, Ferris is so bad. It's not his imagination. It's not. God, I'm gonna have to reteach you about the Green Lanterns.
Go ahead and explain.
Okay, you can teach me about it in the trailer reaction. But yeah,
So
I was just like, that's such a cop out, and he got mad at me for calling it a cop out. I'm like, it is. But that's really all the superhero stuff from San Diego Comic-Con. Star Trek turned 60.
Happy birthday, Star Trek.
Yeah, don't really care.
Okay.
Ryan says his favorite from this Comic-Con was the Spaceballs panel. You can watch it on YouTube. Rick Moranis is the greatest. Yeah, Rick Moranis was there for Spaceballs, the new one or whatever it's called. I didn't watch that, but I sent that to our friend, the French Taunter, because he loves Rick Moranis and Spaceballs. Star Wars had a publishing panel. They didn't have anything about movies or TV shows because they don't really make movies anymore. They just make long TV show episodes and call them movies. I'm sorry. That's all Mandalorian and Grogu was a 2-hour TV show episode. They did announce a series of graphic novels featuring Jackson, the Green Rabbit alien smuggler from the original 1977 Marvel Comics.
Everybody's
And
favorite.
I'm just,
Yeah.
Everyone's
Better have pictures.
yeah. But that was that. Rings of Power had a panel.
Oh, Adelia, this is all you, girl.
Yeah, this was me. It's premiering on November 11th. This part I don't like, though. It's rolling out in batches, so we're getting the first 4 episodes on the 11th, episodes 5 and 6 on the 18th, and the final 2 episodes of the season on the 25th. Just release it weekly. Why are we doing this? Either release it all at once so I can binge it, or release it weekly. Why are we doing this? This season will finally dramatize Sauron forging the One Ring, a sequence that the showrunners called Unhinged. There's a 5-year time jump since the end of season 2. Since the fall of Eregion, Sauron's armies have overrun most of Middle-earth with just the dwarves from Khazad-dûm and the 2 elven nations in Lindon and Rivendell holding out. Jamie Campbell Bower... What?
I'm sorry because I haven't watched. I've watched like part of one episode and I was really bored, so I didn't finish it. But like I have to ask the way that you read that, the way you described it. It's called Rings of Power, and we're into like the end of the season is when he's going to create the Ring of Power, and he's essentially won the war without it, so he's just making it because he's a dick.
Well, we don't know if it's the end of the season when he forges the One Ring.
Gotcha.
But it's this season, which is season 3. Last season was all about making all the other rings of power.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so we've got Jamie Campbell Bower joining the cast as Celeborn, Galadriel's long-lost husband. I've been wondering where Celeborn was because they keep acting like he's dead, and I'm like, he's not dead. So where's Celeborn? So he's coming in. Then we have Eddie Marsan as Thrain, who is one of the dwarves' older brother, and one of the Kamul, the Easterling, will be played by Zubin Varla. Sorry, Ryan. I had to include Rings of Power. It's
Okay,
what I do.
settle down there, Canadian. Settle down there.
This is my brand. I'm the Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings nerd on this channel.
One other question for you. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Because you said that they had pretty much overrun most of
Yes.
Middle-earth.
Except for the dwarves and the elves.
And they had Rings of Power and lost?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, proceed.
It's
Sauron, a good salesman. Here's these rings that are really good.
There's going to be
They're
a
not
lot
gonna
more
be
that
me,
goes
but-
into this. The Balrog, which you may remember from the Fellowship of the Ring,
Yeah.
will have a voice in this season. It will actually talk, get a scene opposite Sauron, and be voiced by Simon Pegg, which seems like the most random thing.
All right.
And
Yes.
first, there was a notably smaller cast lineup on the panel than in past years. And I don't know if they're trying to hide what happens to some of these other characters that we've known, as in they're
Death.
not in this season and they're dead, or what. But it was mostly elves and dwarves actors on the panel this year.
Now, Dick, how long
And
has
then-
it been?
It's been almost 2 years, I want to say,
It's
since
too
last
long,
season.
man. It's too long.
Yeah.
I already forgot stuff. I already lost the motion. Like, it's just gotta speed this up, man.
Yeah. I'm very worried that they're going to announce this is the last season.
Well, they had said that this is this is under Jeff Bezos' halo, and like, it's not getting canceled because he loves it.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna have
But
to
just
pay
like
back
some of
money
this
if
stuff
they
that they're
cancel it.
talking about, like 5 years since the fall of Eregion at the end of season 2, we haven't had the big wave yet. Like there's a lot of stuff. It's very weird because they're condensing like 300 years worth of stories in the way Tolkien wrote it into like all happening at the same time. So there's a lot that I have questions about, but not all of the humans are dead because some of them still have to be alive for the big battle against Sauron at the end of this like age of Middle Earth, but I don't know, I'm a little worried. And then the only other thing I found that seemed interesting to me was Blade Runner 2099 is premiering on November 25th, starring Michelle Yeoh as a veteran Blade Runner near the end of her life, and Hunter Schafer as a human posing as a replicant, set in LA. Apparently, it is a hot and sticky environment instead of the classic cold, rainy Blade Runner look. And the trailer leans into the "Are Humans Secretly Replicants" theme. I've never seen Blade Runner, but it was like the only other piece of news that I saw that wasn't like comics related or Stuart Saves the Universe, that Big Bang Theory spinoff that for some reason they're doing.
Love Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah, I think Michelle Yeoh is always newsworthy.
Yeah.
Michelle Yeoh's always good, but
Is that a Disney
Series.
show or
on Prime.
Prime? Okay, gotcha.
Hey, Prime, let's pipe it down with the price, $49.99 for extra ads, like the free ads. Let's pipe it down on that.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, pipe it down on that.
Did anybody else see anything they wanted to talk about at Comic-Con?
I mean, I'm more interested in the Discord right now of Doomsday and kind of everything that Marvel's doing. A lot of people are upset. A lot of people are, there's a lot of people
Okay, sure. Hit us with some hot tea. What's going on?
No, just people are upset about because there were so many leaks of the Doomsday. Like, I think people don't get. Like, I've had this argument with Jose. Like, they don't get that this wasn't the plan. Like, it started off with Chadwick passing away because remember he was supposed to be the main leader of the Avengers going into the next, phase, but he passes away. The King Dynasty was supposed to be the next movie. That doesn't happen. So Marvel's had to scramble, and I think people are just so.
Oh man, that
just
multi-billion-dollar organization had to scramble. That's crazy. Listen,
Yeah.
I understand that it's not the plan, but that can't be an excuse unless you're gonna, like for me a discount on the ticket. Like if you're gonna charge full price, I don't care. Put out the movie and make it good. That's all you do.
Yeah.
No, I get that,
I mean-
but people are just they're just like, I don't know, it's just weird. Like how can I explain it? Like just seeing people like just rage farm over something like you never rage farm. Like the whole Doomsday doesn't have a build, or Doctor Doom doesn't have a build up. Well, nobody
They
really
did
had
Thanos.
yeah, Thanos didn't have a build up. We got little
We
pieces
saw
here
him
and there.
like twice before he was in
Yeah.
Infinity War.
No, I mean I'm that's true, but like you had the build up of what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and not
this-
so much with this. But I don't think it really matters because you have the buildup is everyone's there. You're bringing in the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Downey Jr.'s back. You know who Doom is. Like, I don't think it needs a buildup over a course of years. I think with the original phases, leading up to Infinity War and Endgame, I mean, there's a good amount of comic book readers, but I mean, the majority of people who went to see those movies do not read comics and don't know what
Yeah.
any of that is about. And you needed a slow build up and explain everything that's going on. And I think you're at a point now where that's less necessary. But you still
Agreed.
need to make good
Yeah.
movies.
And that was a magical run. Let's be honest. That was a magical run that may never be replicated or anything. It's just
Yeah.
just seeing it for the first time, how it was all done, how it was all integrated, and how it just all turned out. It was just. And sometimes you just, sometimes you just see the San Antonio Spurs play. It's just magical, and it's never gonna happen again. Tim Duncan's retired. It's over. Like,
Hey, Greg.
But
You slid
that,
in
right?
your Spurs reference today.
like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Ryan in the chat asking, what was the purpose of Deadpool coming out and acting like a mark? Is this just hype or something to it? I think it's their way of saying he's in Doomsday without saying he's in Doomsday.
well, again, I'm the type of person I look for stuff, so I know the spoilers supposedly of what the movie is.
Mhm.
I think they're trying to not release a lot of, like, there's a lot of things going on. So you got the Spider-Man movie coming out, who then we're gonna find out who Sadie Sink is. If we assume it's Jean Grey, we'll probably get the X-Men cast, which will then lead into why we're getting an X-Men cast because of Doomsday and what happens. Like I've said, I think Doomsday is going to erase all of the X-Men as we know them now, and we'll get the new form X-Men later down the line. But there's a reason why I think, like you said, they're trying to keep secrets of who's in the movie, because a lot of people are talking about, well, where's Captain the Marvels at? Because we know Monica Rambeau is with the X-Men. She was in the scene with Beast. Where is she at? Where are the Guardians? Where are these people? All the all they're asking where all these people at. I think we're gonna get a second wave of other people in the movie at D23, and but they're just trying to really keep it quiet of who's in the movie. So there's a reason why Ryan Reynolds was there, um, for movie purposes. But I think his role is going to tie more into Secret Wars than it is Doomsday. So
I'd agree
that's
with
my
that.
thought. That's my
Yeah.
thought.
So there's no point. There's no y'all thinking it was just like a stunt. It was just like Ryan Reynolds being Ryan
No,
Reynolds.
no, no.
It's all calculated.
I'll say this: he is in Doomsday.
Okay.
For if the leaks are correct, he's in Doomsday. But his role is more important in Secret Wars than it is in Doomsday. Is what I'll say.
Okay. Hollywood Insider, Suge. Okay.
Oh no, I like to search for this stuff. I like spoilers. Like if Bronny used to yell at me all the time about this, I'll read a spoiler and then go see the movie. Because if the movie gets me
Yeah.
and I don't know, if I know the spoiler but I don't see it coming and it's really good, then I think the movie's good. If I watch a movie and I know the spoilers and I'm like, oh yeah, well this is obvious what's going to happen. Then I'm like, oh, the movie wasn't made that great. And there's only been a few movies that have done that for me, where I know the spoilers and then you just never saw it coming. Like I knew about Endgame, I knew about Deadpool, Wolverine, and Blade being in that movie. There's a bunch of other ones. It's the Spider-Man No Way Home. I knew about those leaks and everything like that. And when you saw them, you didn't expect it, so it was like, okay, that they did a really good job. But if they don't, then you're like, oh, it's so obvious. Then So we'll see. We'll see if it was right. The age of the internet. We know everything. Nothing is a secret anymore.
Yeah, I don't care about spoilers. I never have. Sometimes I actually prefer knowing what the movie's about completely before I see the movie. So the only time that has not been the case was Endgame, and I had it spoiled for me before I walked into the theater anyways, because my friend thought I saw it Thursday night, and I actually saw it Friday at noon. And they just texted me, "Oh my God, I can't believe Tony died." And then proceeded to say a bunch of other stuff while I'm like trying to tell him to stop telling me this. I haven't seen the movie yet. So, yeah. I want to know everything I can about Doomsday. Probably, I mean, I don't even know if I can see Doomsday in the theaters this year. I might have to wait till it's on streaming. I don't know how this recovery is going to go. So, I'm going to go see Brand New Day though. That looks really good. Can't wait to find out if Sadie Sink's really Jean Grey, because the X-Men are my favorite superheroes. I love the X-Men. I've always loved the X-Men.
The best part of it,
Yeah, I remember being seated opening night for the first X-Men movie, being so excited. I had to see it twice because the only seats that we got that time were in the very front row, and so I watched the first X-Men movie from the very front row, and I was like, so mad, but it was so good still. I think that Ryan Reynolds has also said this week that they're working on another Deadpool movie. That doesn't really surprise me. I think that probably won't have Hugh Jackman's Wolverine for much longer. I think he's probably in this movie too, or Secret Wars, because I don't think they're going to kill off all of the old X-Men characters in Doomsday, because I think they're going to have them make up one of the 43 areas of Battle World or whatever it is. So
I don't remember.
it's a lot, and they're gonna have to have different versions of characters, and I think that's when we might get Captain Hydra, Steve Rogers, as opposed to Captain America, Steve Rogers, and just all kinds of different stuff from all these multiverses that have collapsed in on themselves and formed Battle World thanks to Doom. Another thing that they did have at Comic-Con, which I forgot to show, is they've been showing these Latverian witches costumes. And these are fully metal armor. There was the 3 different colors. They changed it every day. And then today it's apparently the green Latverian witch with Doom at the Marvel booth. Lots of speculation on who's under the masks. Is it characters we already know? I think it kind of has to be. But lots of speculation that maybe that's how Wanda comes back as one of these witches, that maybe one of them, the purple one, is Clea from the end of the Doctor Strange movie. Doctor Strange is someone we haven't seen in any of the marketing for this movie so far, but is probably in the movie. I think they're holding a lot back, even with everything they're showing us. And there were so many actors there yesterday, but it's everybody we saw in the trailer on Monday. So the only one that was there that we didn't see in the trailer on Monday, or know that was already previously announced, was Hayley Atwell. I'm pretty sure they hadn't officially announced that she was in the movie. And then Chris Evans, in an interview after the panel, said that Marvel's been pitching him Steve Rogers' Nomad storylines for 8 years, and it just never felt like the right storyline to come back and do. And then he heard that Downey was coming back, and he heard the pitch from the Russos, and he said, okay, this is the time to do it. So that's interesting to me too. But who knows?
Yeah, there's 43.
Doomsday could suck.
Yeah, there's 43 domains of Battle World. There's 41 known and numbered on the map, and then they have the capital. And I actually don't remember. I don't remember reading. It says 41, and then there's some unconfirmed ones. So
yeah, they're gonna have to. I don't think we'll see all of them in Secret Wars, but I think we will see a lot of them in Secret Wars. And I think we'll get lots of different versions of these characters, and I can't wait for it. But I think they're going to push it because they haven't even started filming.
The words of Adelia, it might suck.
I mean, it might. Marvel's been hit or miss in this last couple phases. I mean, I'm one of the few people on the planet that likes Eternals, so.
Ooh.
I think they've been pretty good still with the headliners, though.
Yeah,
they've missed with some of the, outlier or second tier, third tier characters, but
yeah,
we'll see. Though.
They're kind of like the Ravens of the movies, right?
I mean, I guess you could say that. I mean,
they got an MVP, but just can't win the big one.
Yeah, it's been like
you would bring that up.
Unlike the Steelers and the Panthers, who just win all the time. I'm just saying.
That's true. That's true.
Is there anything any of these you're looking forward to, Brodney and Greg, or the announcements that we talked about that you're like, I'm super excited about that, or I'm not, or like anything at all about what you heard?
Um, nah. Like I'm excited about Doomsday. I'm excited about Spider-Man, but the way that this phase has gone, like it's taken the hype for the MCU out of me. Like if it's good, it's good. I'm gonna see most of them, but I'm not like excited and waiting for it at this point. Until I see the X-Men, like in the movie, then I'll be hyped.
Are you excited about the original X-Men being in Doomsday, or are you just like kill them off, give me a new
well,
one?
not after you told me they're going to kill all of them and recast them. I'm not. I was very excited. I love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Hugh Jackman's one of my favorite actors, and if he comes back and gets, I'm not going to be real happy about that. But I am excited to see what they do with it in the future, though.
They did it in Logan.
No, not really. That's a whole different thing. Like, and Logan was excellent. But I am excited to see where they take the story. I love X-Men. It's my favorite. They're my favorite superhero group. So yeah, I guess I'm excited about that, but not like hyped at this point because it's a long ways off.
Yeah. I'm always worried that I'll never make it to the end of the Marvel MCU.
Okay, well, bring this down to Greg. How about you?
The death? Or?
You never know. You never know what's going to happen.
You have an announcement?
I'm always happy when I make it to the next phase. Personally, what about you, Greg? What are you excited about?
I always excited about the next phase of life. To be honest with you, I would like that phase to keep going. But I'm excited for the main movies, of course. I'll check out the lands, I guess. Like, why not? It can't. How hard could that suck? HBO Max, they're pretty decent. I haven't really complained about much on HBO Max. So that's.
I'm afraid I'll just hate it on principle because of all the Nebraskans.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be a deep critic, right? You're gonna be like, wait a minute,
I'm gonna be such a critic.
That's not Nebraskan. That's not Nebraskan right there.
No, I don't know. I might check out an episode of it. I don't know. I don't like the DC characters like at all, except for Wonder Woman, and that's about it.
So mean.
No, I've never connected with them the way I connected with the Marvel characters. That's all it is.
Because their characters,
and for the DC.
I would be if I were in that town, I'd be on their post reviews like 1 out of 5. None of these people live here. I know for a fact.
That's not how the gas stations look here. That's some funny. BS. Are you excited? Are you excited for this Ring of Power? Because I know you said you're the Lord of the Rings expert.
Yeah. That's going to be good.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. They released pictures of Charlie Vickers as Sauron in the full costume, and he looks so good. I can't wait for it. It's so I'm disappointed about the release schedule because why are you dropping 4 episodes on one day and then a week later dropping 2 and then another 2? Just
actually pretty good for watch along though.
Yeah, that I can't do at this time. So
side bed view.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. No.
Adelia cam.
No Adelia cam. Well, I'm laid up after surgery. No. But yeah, I'm really excited. I don't know how a Balrog with a voice is going to go for me though, especially it just Simon Pegg is going to have to disguise his voice a lot. I think because the Balrog is this ancient character, and I don't know. It's just weird casting to me, huh?
Was the thing that killed Gandalf?
Yes.
I had to look up what the Balrog was, and I was like, wait, why does he have a voice? Yeah. Speaking of Ring of Power,
that was my question when I heard that Simon Pegg was voicing him.
Yeah, speaking of Ring of Power and Star Trek, Magic the Gathering is coming out with 2 new sets. One is Star Trek, and the other one is The Hobbit. Right now, at San Diego Comic-Con, I try to get people that were down there because they're giving away free Magic cards that I need. They're going to be worth so much money. but nobody can get me one.
Why
But
didn't
there's
you
a lot of,
go?
because I can't. You have to have a ticket to get into San Diego Comic Con.
Allegedly.
You know how much those things are? There's been shows where you can't buy tickets. They're like, oh, they sold out. Like,
San Diego Comic Con was sold out.
no.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, eventually, but you know, there were tickets available to get to sold
They,
out.
they
sure.
usually sell
Sure.
out before they announce what's going to be
Oh,
there, though.
I understand, but I'm just saying.
Hey, Suge, give me a cue card. Give me a cue
gotta
card from
go.
Star Trek. My favorite character.
They're gonna have a lot. They announced a lot of the cards. Right now is a big Magic Discourse. Ben, what's his name? Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Benedict
Benedict?
Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch is on one of the. A lot of people are upset because the Magic cards they're doing kind of like a baseball thing where they actually have autograph cards,
Ooh, okay.
which is a play card game. It's a game card. Play game playing. Can't even think of the word right now. I'm trying to say, but it's a card game, and they're like people are like, why is it going to have signatures on it? So a lot of people are upset about that. And then the Hobbit boxes are already going for like thousands of dollars. So I don't know if you guys know the One Ring that Post Malone bought from Magic. It was a 101, the Ring of Power. He bought it for $2 million from a guy that pulled it in Canada.
What?
Oh yeah, Post Malone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
White
of those
Iverson?
One Ring
White
cards
Iverson?
that I've seen are pretty cool looking, but I would never pay that much money for a card.
Yeah, just a regular One Ring is like $100.
Yeah.
The one that was a 101, it was like specially printed. It had like it was like raised ink and everything like that. Yeah, the guy pulled it in Canada and then he sold it to Post Malone for $2 million.
Nice come up.
Wish I can get that lucky.
If you needed another reminder that people have too much money.
Thanks.
Yep.
Suge, do
They're
you
usually,
LARP? Suge, do you LARP? Are you a LARPer?
I mean, I LARP as a Mexican. If you ask Caleb,
It's a real life. That's a real LARP in life.
you know. No, I'm not into LARPing. I'm
Oh, okay.
I'm more just a comic book magic nerd. It's
Okay.
always been my thing. Movies, but I also love sports. Like it's weird. I'm a weird combination. Like you and me, Gregor, we're weird. You know, we like
We're locked
sports
in.
and we like comic books and all that stuff. It's not usually a thing.
Yeah.
But anything else, Adelia, about Comic Con that popped up?
I don't think so. That's all that I found that was interesting.
There was no other movie trailers or anything that were released from any other.
There was a couple movie trailers released.
No Buffy?
No Buffy.
Oh.
No.
All right.
No.
Seems like Comic Con's been slow. Not like it used to be. You could get like 10, 15 trailers from different stuff, and
Yeah, I think a lot of studios and stuff didn't go this year, or it was a lot of TV stuff. I don't know what all was in Hall H because I know the Rings of Power panel, the Blade Runner panel, the Lanterns panel, and Marvel were in Hall H, but I don't know what else was in Hall H. It's weird,
yeah,
but
probably see more stuff that'll come out.
Sad face.
yeah. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Appreciate you. Alex saying Blade Runner in the chat. Yes, Alex, we're gonna do a trailer reaction
Really
to Blade
exciting to
Runner
do it.
trailer,
Really-
even though I've never seen it.
Really excited to do it. It's like Blade Runner. Yeah.
I've never seen it. I've never seen it. I didn't see it. I didn't see the original. I didn't see 2049. I probably am not gonna watch 2099. Although Michelle Yeoh is amazing, so I'm sure she's gonna kill it in that.
There's one other thing that I was looking forward to. I don't think this was part of Comic Con, but I just saw the announcement the other day. Neuromancer is getting a series on Apple TV. They put out a trailer.
okay.
So I'm pretty excited about that. And then last thing, this is completely unrelated, but the Suge will appreciate this. I just watched Masters of the Universe.
Oh yes.
It was pretty good. I didn't see the end. I was watching it. That's what I was doing right before I came on here. But I'll have to watch the end. But the rest of it was pretty good.
Where are you at in the movie?
They were. I mean, it was close to the end. It was after. You know what? I can't even remember. The last thing is they were out in a forest with Idris Elba and the robot, and they went back and they started a big battle. And
Okay, so you're getting close to it.
So Idris hasn't beaten alcoholism yet. So you're saying?
no, the last thing, he was on the ship with the guy who almost I thought killed him at the beginning, but didn't. And he put the bomb in his mouth and blew him up. That was right about the last thing I saw. So close to the end.
Yeah, I love that. Everybody's that's seen it now that have been posted on Twitter. They're like, "This is I love this movie." Exactly, and none of you went to see it in theaters.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. Just
not you. But I wanted it. What the hell are you talking about? Now, give me my Thundercats. Give me my Thundercats, and I'll be happy.
I don't think any of that's happening. Oh, one other thing that did come out at Comic-Con was the Matchbox trailer, which
Matchbox
is John
20?
Cena in a movie based on Matchbox cars, where apparently they're going to have a lot of cars and save the world from disaster.
Ooh, okay.
We're going to watch that trailer too.
So we're just getting Rampage with Dwayne Johnson?
Mm-hmm.
Remember he did a movie about fighting an earthquake?
He wasn't fighting an earthquake, Suge. He was
fighting his divorced wife and his child.
he rock bottom the San Andreas fault. Okay, it was ridiculous.
Hell yeah.
Suge doesn't support our first responders. That's all right.
Yeah. Shout out to The Rock saving California.
Especially The Rock, if he's one of them. Guy killed my wrestling. Any of that. Anyway.
What?
Anyway.
Killed our wrestling. TKO. Killed it.
Oh my god. Okay,
killed my W.
Gotta cut this guy off. Cut his mic.
All right. We're getting out of here before this gets any more out of hand. Thank you, everyone who tuned in. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Alex in the chat saying The Rock is going to be the next Chuck Norris at this point.
There's never going to be anybody like Chuck Norris, ever.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Ferris saying, I remember when he fought a skyscraper on fire.
You know, y'all keep making these little jokes. He won all those fights.
Yeah.
All right? So whatever.
All right.
You know what fight he didn't win? Steve Austin. Just saying.
Beat Steve Austin many times.
All right. Thank you, Brodney, for joining us. Thank you, Greg and Shug for doing this with me. And we'll see you guys next time.
And this might suck.